Happy Friday, everybody. And also, happy Avengers Infinity War trailer day.
Yeah.
Yay! What a glorious time to be a nerd. Of course, my name is Nick Scarpino. Joining me for the first time ever on any morning show or any show that streams live on Twitch, it's my understanding, it's Andrea DuVernay.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
I love this jacket you're wearing.
I'm very honored that my debut on the internet is right here on the Kind of Funny Morning Show.
There you go. It's crazy. You have been a hidden talent that now you just need your comeuppance.
Overnight success in like 5 to 10 years. That's the way it works,
Isn't
right?
that how it always goes?
I think so.
Isn't that weird to think about though? Because you think people like celebrities, people like us, people who break out, you're like, oh, they just got discovered. There's no such thing.
No.
You put countless hours in there. You grease countless palms. I bribe public officials all the time.
Pounding the pavement,
Getting
handing
the
out your
pavement,
resumes.
extorting people. There's all
Yeah.
sorts of blackmail things going on. The audience doesn't understand how hard and cutthroat it is to be a internet celebrity. It's difficult.
It's a rough life, you guys.
It is a rough life, ladies and gentlemen. But if you didn't know, here on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames, we have a host of programming for you. No pun intended there. Not the least of which is this show, the Kind of Funny Morning Show, which comes to you each and every day here on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We got lots of fun people in the chat today, and this show is going to be a doozy because today, the Avengers Infinity War trailer has launched, and it is great. We're going to call Tim Gettys in. We're going to get Joey Noah in here. We got the whole gang in here, minus Greg and Jared and a few other people, because they're out doing other stuff that we can't talk about yet. And we're going to watch it together. We're going to break it down together. We're going to nerd out together. And then I'm going to go home because it's been a hell of a long week. Hi, Tim
really
Gettys.
has.
It's been a very, very long week. Before we get into that trailer, though, Tim Gettys, today's episode of the Kind of Funny Morning Show is brought to you, as always, by kindoffunny.com/store. We have 2 new shirts up. Actually, 3 new shirts up if you want to count the KF Games LaCroix. Can't say LaCroix. Sorry, our legal team. Sorry. It is a whole new design. No one's ever seen it before. It is very late 80s, early 90s Palm Springs / Miami Beach inspired.
Yeah.
And it's very refreshing. It's refreshing. We also have the Gundam tee.
I'm so bad at this.
I like to lean into my own stupid jokes. The
that
thing is this.
hoodie, though.
The hoodie's great.
The hoodie
Do you have
is
one?
so good. Yeah,
Oh.
and as a lady, I don't get good hoodies very often. They're either too big or they're too small,
poofy.
they're too thick.
Yeah.
This is the perfect weight. It's nice and thin. You can layer it. It fits perfectly. I love this hoodie.
If I were running our merch team, I would stretch out my arm, pat myself on the back for this one. In fact, I'll go ahead and take credit for this. I had nothing to do with it.
No, nothing.
But you guys, you're welcome. You're welcome out there for this hoodie. You're welcome. I want this hoodie. Tim, you're sitting here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I want this hoodie multiple colors. I want the same hoodie, 50 different colors in my closet right now.
Okay.
Yeah. This got the coveted seal of approval from my wife. She doesn't like anything, least of which is me. She can't even stand me, but she saw this hoodie. She didn't even see it on, and she felt it. She was like, "You guys knocked this one out of the park."
Yes.
She did. Kevin, go back to the other merch. Tell you what else though. She likes that. She likes that Refresh shirt because it's a different color finally, which we like. Also, the Gundam shirt's a different color too, which is great. And the video games are a cool shirt. If you guys want to tell everyone that you play games, well, there's no better way to do it than wearing a shirt that says video games are cool. There's nothing that screams nerd more than, or is it though? I don't know, because it's meta, you know?
Kind of.
It's like when you're like, I'm not cool, and everyone goes, oh, that's such a cool thing to say.
Like hipstery.
It's very hipstery.
Yeah.
Andy made this shirt, and I'm
not surprised. He makes all of your shirts.
Well, he's on the cusp of being cool, you know?
Yeah.
Well, like you look at
Andy's cool.
No.
Oh, come on. What do
No.
you got against Andy?
Tim, is Andy cool? See, exactly.
Yeah, he is.
He's on the precipice.
He both is and isn't. At
He
the
is
same time.
100% cool and 100% not cool.
Yeah.
He's not here today, so he can't defend himself. But I think he would agree.
I will
honestly do
defend you,
think he would
Andy.
agree.
I think you're cool.
He's not watching the show. He's probably not up yet.
Do you want to read one of the reviews on here?
Yeah, sure. What's it say? Which one?
Well, one is...
Oh, Depunked says, yep, they sure are cool. I'm going to assume he's referring to us, not the shirt, not
Yeah.
video games. I think he's talking about me, Tim, and Andrea right now, and Big Kev Dog.
I don't know. Look at the fit. Got only a 1 out of 5 rating there. What
Really?
happened there?
I don't know. I think it fits great.
Yeah, I also like how it fits.
I like it because it fits like it should fit for us bigger boys, which is tight up here, loose down into the problem area.
Yeah, no, everybody wants to cover this part of their body.
I don't want
literally everybody.
I don't want the muffin top area exposed. There's a couple pictures of me on my Instagram that I'm thinking about taking off because I'm sitting. There's one when I'm at Flappers and I'm sitting on a stool like this, and it just looks so puddly.
It's
right here.
Just the angles, though. That's the problem with being on camera or taking photos. It's all about working the angles.
I have one good angle, and it's dead on.
Straight on.
You see this with the laptop covering my butt? Look at how jacked I look right here. But you close this, and all of a sudden you get the poofy belly. You get the back fat area. You get this, which is like, did I have, where have I just been eating pizza for the last 10 days?
So
yeah, but you've been living your life enjoying yourself.
I enjoy myself. I have a tremendous, like we were talking about earlier before we went live, I have an unbelievable amount of self-confidence for how much I hate myself.
Yeah.
I am, like Tim will attest to this, he has seen me have moments of just pure cockiness with nothing to back it up. It's like standing on one of those girders. You see those old pictures when they're building like buildings in New York? There's like a dude standing on the girders and he's like, I'm having a great time. But any second he could fall off and plunge to his death. That is my self-confidence.
What's that even mean?
I'm not quite sure, Tim.
I liked it.
This is why Andrea is professional. She's like, absolutely, Nick, that makes total sense. Yeah. And I can see in the back of her eyes, she's like, why did I
I'm just trying to yes and you right now.
Oh, I appreciate it.
You gotta keep the show going. Tim, you coming over here?
We have a flow to this show, and if people are nothing if not consistent, I've seen the feedback. People say, Nick, for the love of God, stop making the housekeeping so long.
I've seen the keep hash.
All right, get in here.
I don't know what the fuck.
We'll skip housekeeping because it's Avengers Day. Let's watch this trailer, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and germs.
One other thing on there, if you want to just say it.
What is it, Patreon? Yeah. Patreon fan tier for March. If you guys support us at the fan tier level on either of our Patreons, Greg will send you a personalized birthday card. But you can't open it until your birthday. So if your birthday is in April, congratulations, you got a birthday card. If not, if it's in December, you got to take it. You got to pin it up on your refrigerator.
You can open it whenever you want.
No, there's
no
RF.
one will know.
We have little RFID chips in there that know that if it opens up, it signals to us.
Must be making a lot of money on Patreon to afford some RFID tech.
Punch you in the face, take the card back, and say you've abused your powers, sir and/or man.
RFID chips work.
How does technology work, Kevin?
Oh, man.
You know how it does? It doesn't matter, because it made this, and we're going to watch this right now. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, guard your ears, as Greg used to say, because this shit's coming at you loud and hot.
Tim Tam, pick a side.
But there's so many people that can steal the show.
Don't be a narc.
That Star-Lord Stark scene. Woo!
Really, Kevin?
Yeah, dude, don't be a narc.
No, I'm standing up for Andy, okay?
Are you?
Be a narc.
Stood up for Andy.
I'm blown away by this trailer.
You finally got to this show. You're on the inside now.
Yeah.
Okay, you're one of the cool kids now.
I have a question.
Sure.
Who's Voldemort?
Who's
Voldemort's one of the Dark Order. It's one of Thanos' 4 dudes.
For everybody watching, full stop, I don't know anything about the backstory.
Doesn't matter. I don't either.
About
As
the
somebody
comics,
that knows this
don't know.
shit.
Only ever watched the
There's a
films.
character in this movie called Voldemort?
No, the guy that looks
He looks like Voldemort.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I was
I'm not the only one who thought that.
No, definitely not.
Is he he's one of the 4,
Dark, I just said it, but I don't know.
The Dark Order?
The Dark Order, yeah.
Somebody in the chat knows the answer to this
Because
question.
is Proxima Prime one of those people? Yeah, okay.
Optimus Prime, Megatron, all that.
Basically, he's fodder to die in this movie so that Thanos can go on, get all the things, and then in the next movie they'll beat him.
It's these guys.
Here are the 4. So
Voldemort's in the middle, next to Loki.
Right here?
So Proxima's on the left, right?
That's Proxima Midnight, yeah.
Midnight, not Proxima Prime.
Midnight.
That's a dope
That's
name.
a great name.
Anything Midnight. Nick Midnight is a dope name.
Loki was coming to the good guy side.
No,
what happened here?
No, clearly he's being held against his will.
So if I had to guess, so there's 3 scenes in this movie that look like people are dying.
Ebony Maw, the chat is saying, is his name.
Where it looks like Thor, Iron Man, and Cap could get it, which is awesome. But I think that the Thor scene is them killing Loki, and they're holding Thor's head to make him watch.
Oh shit, you think they kill Loki?
I think that's how they're going to open the movie.
They kill Loki dead?
Like real dead or like fake comic book dead?
I think real dead.
I think fake comic book dead at the end of the next movie, but we don't have to get into that.
It's gonna be good, man.
Let's.
What else?
I mean, I just love that we're finally going to see the 2 funniest people in the MCU talking to each other, right? Which is Chris Pratt and freaking RDJ.
Yeah.
God bless that. I love this scene. I love that he can just throw the mask on and go, that's fine.
Oh, I don't know. I would throw Ant-Man in there as a contender
Is he in this?
for funny man, but I don't think he's.
Ant-Man and Hawkeye, nowhere to be found. Their
Yeah.
names are not on the giant poster with like a bazillion names on it.
Right.
They're not there.
Well, we have the poster, by the way. If you want to pull that up as well, we can take a look at that, Kevin.
Yeah.
The sequel to the Ragnarok poster that's fucking
It's
cool
amazing.
as all hell.
So
Wow,
here's the
that's
poster right there.
awesome.
What I love about this is
So
that
many. I've never seen that before.
there's so many people on it. It looks
it's
great.
double stacked. The names are double
They're
stacked.
so small.
But we also have, obviously, as the centerpiece, as it should be, the person who anchors the entire MCU, RDJ. God
Can
bless
I
him.
just say this is going to be my annual proclamation that I just do not like Black Widow. Straight up.
Really?
She's a waste of fucking space.
Really?
I said
She's
it.
a waste of
I
fucking space.
said
Andrea,
it.
I like you.
Come
You're
at me.
awesome.
Why
Let's
do you
go.
not like Black Widow?
Because she's so boring. She doesn't
But
have any
it's-
I have
cool
a preference, yeah.
powers.
All right, go have fun.
She's got this kind of like wishy-washy love thing happening.
She's in love with Hulk.
I don't think she's that powerful of a character, especially after seeing all of the badass female characters in Black Panther,
Mm-hmm.
and now she's gonna come up and be like, "Hi, I'm Black Widow." I mean, like, get out.
I feel like,
Bye.
first off, y'all have the same hair color, so it's perfect for you if you want to cosplay as her for next Halloween. I'm just throwing that out there. So the more she's...
Blonde in this movie, though.
Is she blonde in this one?
Yeah.
That's weird.
She can be Gamora.
I forgot how
Great.
bad her hair was in Iron Man 2 when they introduce her. She has like crinkly, curly, like it's just bad extensions.
Yeah.
And I'm like, First off, why do they keep doing that? They always put them in bad wigs. Everyone's got a bad wig for
Yeah.
like the first
That's
20
why
Marvel
she's blonde
movies.
in this movie, 'cause she's like, I'm done with that.
Well, Chris Hemsworth, I think, was like, listen, for the love of God, just write something in to Thor Ragnarok so I can cut my hair so I don't have to walk around looking like Bodhi from fucking Point Break anymore. They even make the joke in Ragnarok. They keep calling him Point Break, which is hilarious. If you go back and watch Thor, by the way, oh my God, the wig in that. Whoever put the wig on his head should be just shot. Just take him outside and be like, you're not working in Hollywood anymore. Pah. It's bad.
I haven't seen that the original in a while. I gotta go back.
It's not worth it. Kevin, real quick.
Yeah, what's
You
up?
know a lot about the stones themselves. So he's already got the blue and the purple stone.
Yeah, the Power Stone and the Space Stone.
So we got the Power Stone, which we assume the purple stone he had to take from Novacor.
Yeah.
So we're assuming we're seeing that in this, right? At some point, maybe.
I don't
that-
know. I think that might be a throwaway line of like, hey, we just killed everyone with Novacor, and I have
I
it.
feel like I want to see that scene
'Cause
though.
I think the scene that we will see is it starts with him getting Loki and being like, I can smell the stone on you, and taking the Tesseract and crushing it.
So so Loki has the Tesseract right now.
Yeah, so at the end of Ragnarok, there's a scene where Loki is like leaving Asgard and he looks over.
Oh, he looks over and sees it, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
And like you assume that he's not an idiot. where
So,
you-
and then we see at the very end, his ship is hovering above their
Yes.
ship, and so
Yeah,
we're assuming
yeah,
that he's going to assault.
They've been
He's going to
caught.
take the blue stone, which is the Power Stone, right?
No, the blue stone is the Space Stone,
The Space Stone.
which is the Tesseract.
And then the purple stone's power.
The power.
That's the one that can destroy.
Yeah, yeah.
So he has to go get that from the Nova Corps.
Right.
Where is the ether?
It seems like he already has it. The ether is in the Collector's nowhere, like the head.
Okay, so he has to go to Head, and that's where the Guardians of the Galaxy are sort of based out of.
But I mean, looking at this trailer at the end, you can see he only has.
He only has 2 in his gauntlet.
He could have one on his thumb though. That we.
But
can't
no,
see
because he only
either
has
shot.
2 because Vision has yellow in his head, right?
Yes.
So he's gonna have to kill Vision and rip that out of his head.
I mean it.
And
I
then
don't-
Doctor Strange has
The
green,
green one in his
which is
head.
what is that?
That's
Time?
Yeah.
What's the yellow?
The yellow one
Soul?
is the mind's. Yeah, actually.
Is that soul?
I don't remember if it's.
I feel
the
like red is
or the
soul.
mind.
We could probably look this up, but it's so much more fun
or-
guessing
the
and not
orange-
looking at
Yellow
the
is
chat.
mind, says Zanfair in the
There
chat.
you go.
Okay.
So the soul is the orange one, which we haven't seen anywhere.
We haven't
yet.
seen that yet, right? That's
Yeah.
the one we haven't seen.
Yeah.
We don't know where that is.
We don't. But see, yeah, he doesn't have one in his thumb. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one in the middle of his
Well, that's only 5.
here.
There's
Oh,
6
is there
thumbs.
6? Okay, so the thumb
So
is the
the
other
thumb,
one.
there could be right now the red one in the thumb, but
So we're assuming he's going to fill up his next 2 knuckles from the ones on Earth. Again, Chris Evans there with a terrible wig. Just a bad hairpiece. But a great beard.
You think that's a wig?
100%,
why
yeah.
would that be a wig?
Because he is...
Doesn't he have?
No, I feel like that's got to be his
Yeah,
real
that looks
hair.
like
It's
real
extensions. It's something.
It doesn't look bad.
It's not even that long though. Nah, I think
I
you're.
think he's
I think
actually
you're
going pretty-
overanalyzing
I think he's going
this.
pretty bold,
I think
actually.
it's fine. I think his hair's fine. See, Voldemort. He looks like Voldemort.
I love how you say Voldemort. like it's the British way of saying it, like the French way of saying it. Where you leave off the hard T.
My brain is just moving at half speed today.
So is mine. It's Friday. Who gives
Voldemort.
a shit?
No,
What's that?
Aren't you supposed
No, I got
to
back
pronounce-
late last night.
That's
So-
dope.
I apologize to everybody who's watching chat, who's going to be watching Games Daily. Tim's really gonna have to carry me through that one.
Nah, we're gonna be fine. We got Starbucks coming. Here's the thing. You mentioned.
Oh, look in the poster. You can see that he does not have the thumb.
Yeah. See, I think there's
No
only.
thumb.
Are there 6?
Or actually, wait. No. It's there.
There's gotta be.
There is 6.
Yeah,
but
there
I'm
has to be
saying
6.
Did you see
Oh
this?
shit! Sorry. Hold on.
Oh my God! Put that on the document right now.
Okay.
Is it in there? I think it might be in there.
Yeah, maybe.
I
don't
can't tell
know.
if it's
I don't
empty
think
slot
so.
because it's red. So
But that could just be reflection.
yeah. I mean, this is what the empty slot looked like. So it could very well be empty.
It doesn't look like it has the texture, the light refraction that the other.
Interesting.
You're right. That does make. I don't see any light refraction.
Point of clarification, Ignacio Rojas in the chat says, J.K. Rowling did say you don't pronounce the T.
Yeah.
Well, she better tell that to Emma Watson, okay, who in 8 movies keeps calling him Voldemort. Okay, Ignacio Rojas, stay in your fucking lane is all I'm trying to say.
Damn!
He gets me hot. He gets me hot.
Got him, dude.
He gets me hot, Joe. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Joe. Let's
Are you calling Joey Joe?
Yeah, I call her Joe.
Joe.
I like that better.
A lot of
Jojo.
people are-
Alternative.
A lot of
Which
people
is
are
what?
calling her Joester.
I don't like Joester. I call you, there's 2 names I call you. Joe and JoJo.
I'm fine with both of those.
JoJo is when we're having a great time. Like, Joe, get over here. Let's do some stuff. Let's play some games. Let's hang out. But I like calling you Joe because I love, I'm lazy and I like monosyllabic names.
I shorten everything
Joe.
just to one syllable.
Yeah.
So I feel you.
Well, mine's Nick, so it's easy. Pretty easy.
Nick, Tim.
Nicholas,
Greg.
well, you're wasting time. Think about how many times
But
you
I do
could
like
say
when
Nick
people have
versus
their
Nicholas.
full names, Too.
Yeah?
Not like just when you're in trouble.
Does anyone short your name?
Yes.
What do they call you? What's it?
Andy.
Andy. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
So not Drea.
Literally all of my family calls me that.
Okay, because I have a friend named, I call her Drea.
I have one friend, my BFF from college, calls me Dre.
I'll tell you one thing right now. I know a lot of Andys. You're my favorite.
Thanks.
Yeah, because the other one thinks he's cool, and he's not cool.
A lot of people call him a stink mouth.
A lot of people call Andrea an orc. All right, that's it for the Avengers.
Yep.
Of course, we that awesome trailer. Love it.
So excited.
Could not be more excited for this movie. I feel. Do you guys ever stop and think like, what must it be like to watch a trailer like that from the offices of the DC Films division? Do you ever think like?
Oh, no, I don't, but it must be a sad, sad day over there.
You know, because like obviously you live largely in the video game space.
Yeah.
So when we watch the E3 conferences together, you have to think that like, was it Sony goes first, right? Then Microsoft? Is that how it is? No, Microsoft first.
Microsoft goes first.
So you have to think that like there's always people over at Sony like, what are they gonna do, right? And they have something big come out, you're like, God damn it, right? But then like Sony will come and there's always equal footing. They always have something cool to show,
Right.
and there's an actual healthy competition going there that's lo and behold driving the video game industry forward, and it's great for the consumer, it's great for all. Not so much the same balance of power over at the old DC offices. Because the biggest news they have today is, Kevin, bring this up.
God.
Ava DuVernay to direct DC's superhero epic New Gods. Now, Ava DuVernay, an accomplished director, she directed Selma. She just recently had Wrinkle in Time come out. They've tapped her to be the next Patty Jenkins in the DC universe to direct New Gods. What's New Gods, you ask?
I have no
I have
idea.
no idea.
You really have no idea?
No.
I mean, I read the article, but I still have no idea.
New Gods are like a whole bunch of
People
God.
from Apocalypse. Well,
Yeah,
we'll read the article
Hold on,
real quick.
DC
while it's
Comics
up.
101. Who are the New Gods? They are one of the most fascinating, imaginative, and entertaining corners of the DC comic book universe. Of
When you
course-
have to start the article off like that no one's heard of, you're wrong.
Here, I'll just read this. The New Gods, or the Fourth World as it's frequently known, were created by legendary comic book creator Jack Kirby and initially debuted in a trilogy of related comics written and drawn by Kirby that were published in the very early 1970s. New Gods, Forever People, and Mr. Miracle. None of these comics ran for very long, but together they formed the groundwork to a universe with near limitless potential. The New Gods are exactly that. They're new gods. They came into existence after the world of the old gods. The gods of classical mythology was destroyed during Ragnarok. The worlds of these known deities was split and became two separate planets, forever linked but utterly different. One is called New Genesis, and the other is Apocalypse.
Yeah.
With the weird K. Why?
Well, you're gonna get to where that says Dark Seed. It's actually Dark Side.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Anyway, there's a whole article about it. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but.
Okay, so this is where the dude that has the weird scooter, space scooter, comes around.
Yeah.
Dark Seed's like son, but not son.
Yes, a son raised by the other.
Raised by the other guys. It's when they swapped, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I am familiar with the New Gods. I apologize, everyone. My only touchstone with them is though when they've introduced them in the animated show.
Sure.
So
Nick,
Superman
we
of
forgive
Justice League.
you.
Thank you. Interesting. A lot of people. Someone in the chat, I forgot who, says, "Wow, she gets to introduce Darkseid." That's cool. That's cool.
Why are they still doing this? How are they still clinging
But
to
here's
life?
my thing. I don't like. How does Darkseid not play into whatever the next Justice League movie is? He's got to be the next bad guy. So I don't know.
Well,
I don't
imagine
know.
this is coming before the next Justice League movie, right?
I don't know. Let's read the article. How about that? Maybe I can just. Maybe they have some detail. Maybe they have some details in there that we know. Hold on. Let me look it up here. Hold on. Everyone, just talk amongst yourselves. Who would win in a fight? No, I'm here.
Here's my take on this, my hot take.
Go for it.
As somebody who's not a big comic book person, it's harder and harder to sell more obscure characters as the universe gets bigger on the feature film side of it, right? Like, obviously, like, the library of characters in the world of comic books is vast and diverse, and there's lots of cool different storylines. But as the stakes get higher and higher, and the expectation to make hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars with each new superhero franchise that comes out continues to build, ultimately it's got to have like a breaking point, right? The bubble's going to burst, right?
Oh yeah. Well, we haven't quite hit that point yet.
I think that
Because I know Justice League did well, it just didn't do as well as like Black Panther, for instance. Like Black Panther is
But I think overall, people critically is not received well.
critically
right?
the DC movies have not done well,
Yeah.
with the rare exception of Wonder Woman, which unfortunately is the exception, not the rule. It's opposite in Marvelverse.
But people who run studios don't care what the critical reception is.
That's true.
No, they don't, and neither would I if I
They're
ran a studio.
counting their
But
money.
in-
Obviously, look at the Transformers series. I, for one, really like the Transformers movies.
Wait,
but
how far in?
all the way, baby.
Okay,
No
all
way.
right.
All the way,
Go away
Kev
now.
Dog. Let's go.
I stopped
Dark
watching
Side of the
after
Moon.
3.
No.
What's the new? When is this movie coming out? Sorry,
Anyway,
continue.
my point is like this is obviously exciting for fans of the comic books, but for someone like me who has absolutely no wisdom as to who these characters are, I'm kind of like, all right, cool, I guess.
Well, the thing is,
I think that Marvel has proven that doesn't matter because like when they were like, hey, Iron Man's gonna be a movie,
But
and
it's
people
fucking
were like,
Iron Man. Everybody knows who Iron Man is.
They didn't, though. They didn't back then.
Yeah, but also like Ant-Man. Everyone was like, what the fuck, Ant-Man?
That's a good example, Kevin.
Doctor Strange.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
The thing is, the New Gods, Darkseid is the major big bad guy in Superman's world. So I think that they absolutely have to introduce this character. But the question becomes, is it, like, when is this coming, and is this
Darkseid is their Thanos, you know?
I mean, literally they're
Yeah.
Thanos. If you put the two, pull up pictures of
No,
Darkseid
they were
next to
actually
Thanos.
made, like, Thanos, I think, was made as a copy of Darkseid.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, they look exactly alike. And they're, like, super powerful. And Darkseid, for whatever reason, just wants to keep taking over Earth, which is weird. But, I don't know. I mean, I think that I'm of the mind that, like, yes, we're hitting that saturation point very quickly, but I also do, every time Marvel does something and they introduce new characters, they do it in such a fun and unique way, where it's like,
True.
they give you exactly what you want, but a little bit different, and it keeps it surprising. I would not have thought that the third reboot of a Spider-Man franchise would get me, but Homecoming got me. So I think there's a way to do it. I just worry that DC's so far off the rails.
Yes.
That bringing in a director, and the thing is, Ava DuVernay, very, very good director, but I don't see her. I'm like, I don't know how you are going to be like help right the ship here.
Right.
As a person who I don't know her lineage as far as comic book movies are concerned, but like I want to see more people like Joss Whedon come in who have a pedigree of writing comics. Joss Whedon, of course, did Avengers. He did all these amazing things for Marvel. I want him to come over and do a frickin' Batman movie or do a Superman movie. I want people who have 20 or 30 years of writing experience telling these stories in print format to come in and say, hey, let us let us take the reins a little bit. Having said that, of course, the Russo brothers, Joe and Anthony Russo, who are now doing Avengers: Infinity War, who have done the last really big. I think they did Winter Soldier, and they're doing the 2 Infinity War movies. They're great. They had zero experience in comics before this. In fact, I don't think they necessarily wanted to take the movie. So it's not to be said that someone new to the format can't bring something cool. I just think DC has a lot of making up to do, and they need to bring in some freaking ringers. Bring in some ringers. Yeah, look, here's a picture of them. Bring this up.
Yeah.
They look. That's dark side.
Do you want to move on from this because there's some cool breaking news?
Yes. Do you want to read this news story?
Yes, I do.
Kevin, can you bring this up? This next news story that Andrea threw it on there. It's
Okay, sorry, give me one.
That's okay.
Shout out to chat for bringing this to our attention. Clarissa Explains It All reboot starring Melissa Joan Hart in the works at Nickelodeon. So this is the Hollywood Reporter exclusive. The Viacom-owned network is in the early talks with the actress and original series creator Mitchell Kriegman for the revival. I just read that. The reboot would see former star Melissa Joan Hart reprise her role as Clarissa Darling, only this time she would play the mother of the family. Series creator Mitchell Kriegman is also in talks to return to write and executive produce. Hart will also executive produce via her Heartbreak Films banner, which she runs with her mother, TV producer Paula Hart. Nickelodeon declined comment as deals with both Hart and Kriegman are not done. The project, sources say, is in early development at Nickelodeon. And then there's some background on the series. I loved this series when I was growing up.
Never watched it.
Never?
No.
Not one episode?
For whatever reason, the idea of Nickelodeon, I don't think I had cable at the time, so I didn't get addicted to Nickelodeon like a lot of the kids did.
Yeah.
So I missed the entire Nickelodeon revolution.
Did you watch her on Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
I saw a few episodes of that. I mean, I'm familiar with her, with Melissa Joan Hart, of course.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've seen one episode of Clarissa Explains It All. I've seen it, because that's the thing, I saw a lot of must-see TV. Like, my parents were cheap. We didn't have the extended cable channels. So when it comes to watching TGIF or that programming lineup, yeah, I watched all that stuff. I watched Friends. I watched all these shows from back in the day, like Full House, things like that. But I think my parents, basically what I'm saying is we should call my mom right now and you should yell at her because my childhood was missing that all-important factor of Nickelodeon
I'm not going to yell at your mother. How dare you put me in that position?
Let's call her right now. My wife won't do it, so...
Oh, don't you dare do that to me. Hell no.
Andy, did you watch Clarissa Explains It All when you were a small child, when you were a pup in Far, New Mexico?
I do remember it, yeah. I watched it quite a bit. I believe it was always on before, Are You Afraid of the Dark? And all that shit.
So good.
But all I remember from the show is, hey Sam, like a guitar riff playing. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was really weird.
Wait, let me see if I can pull it up here.
And the nerd of the show is named Ferguson.
At first, when they were doing the newest wave of reboots of my childhood, I was like
a guitar riff playing.
Wait, hold on, I gotta mute the chat.
That was
Let me
it, you
see if I
found
can
the
pull it
clip.
up.
wow, it was really good.
No,
For a
that's
second, I
you.
actually thought it was. I was
That's
like,
you.
damn, Andy fucking nailed it. I was like, he's really good. They better keep the same thing. I hate when they take the original theme and update it with a cooler guitar. Don't do it.
And it's John Mayer playing it or something.
Yeah.
So good. I forgot how young she was in this.
Remember she was in Can't Hardly Wait?
Yeah. Oh, the 90s style she's rocking
she was
in this.
the kid the person that was trying to get her yearbook signed the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when she draws it out. We probably should have had Kevin pull this up. But we're just listening to it together,
I feel
guys.
like this is gonna cause a copyright strike.
Probably.
Oh.
Who's the channel?
And that was already too much.
No, it's on Analog Child. It's fine. It's some random person's channel.
Just because he has a copyright strike doesn't mean we also.
Well, we'll figure it out.
There's the Clarissa Explains It All intro on the official Nick Knight channel. So we could show that if you wanted to.
I don't think that.
Kevin, our producer, I'm sorry, producer Kevin says we don't want to take that chance
Okay.
right now.
Nick,
Got it.
Kevin,
everyone can hear me.
can we watch? I'm sorry, I can't. You guys can't hear him.
They
I'm
can
asking him
see
right
me.
now via my telepathy. Kevin, can we watch the Fuller House intro just for comparison's sake, or is that
Let's not do that.
is that a no-no?
Let's not
Here's
do
my
that.
thing.
I
Bring
don't
it
know.
back. Use the same intro. Stop updating it. Don't spend the money there. Spend the money on hiring another writer. So that
Maybe,
the show's
yeah.
better.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Because whatever happened to the disability or whatever it is in Fuller House,
Yeah.
great. You nailed it the first time. Just bring it right back. Bring it right back, you know? Everywhere you go. But they always have to update it with like what they think is like the cool sound right now that the kids are listening to, but it still sounds like it's from 1996, you know?
Yeah. But I like that though. I'm kind of into it.
I watched the reboot of Fuller House and liked it way more than I thought I was going to like it. But that's because I'm an old man and I think that the best days are behind me.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. You want to call my mom? Can you call my mom?
We're not going to call your mom, Nick.
And tell her that she fucked up my childhood.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Hard pass.
Hard pass. Kevin,
Yo.
do you want to talk about this next news story?
Sure.
Pull it up. For fans of Edgar Wright's newest work, Baby Driver, guess what? You got more songs coming towards you. Edgar Wright announces Baby Driver Volume 2 soundtrack coming at ya. I really got to start pulling these stories up before I start talking. Hold on. And there it is.
Why do you have so many tabs open, Nick?
I don't know, man.
How many tabs? How many tabs do you have open?
Shut up. Don't worry about it. Slash Film, Baby Driver. This comes from Slash Film. It says Baby Driver, the musical that substituted car crashes for dance numbers, is about to unleash a whole new set of songs for your listening pleasure. Director Edgar Wright has announced Baby Driver Volume 2, the score for a score, featuring more songs, exclusive tracks, remixes, and more. If you've listened to Baby Driver soundtrack 24 times already and are craving more, you're in luck. There's so much music in Baby Driver that it couldn't all be contained in one measly soundtrack. They couldn't afford it. And director Edgar Wright has announced a follow-up. The filmmaker took to Twitter to make fans aware of Baby Driver Volume 2, the score for a score, which will bring more Baby Driver tunes to your earbuds. And there's a cool, if you scroll down, Kevin, you can see the cool 80s style art for that. That's right. I love that style. That's sick.
Fun fact, I did not like the music in Baby Driver.
It's interesting because you liked Baby Driver.
I did, and I was actually very disappointed with the music, just because
I was
excited.
too.
I was excited to be similar to Guardians. I thought they were gonna have this amazing soundtrack that I was gonna love and come out of and be like, oh, I'm buying that right now. But then I was like, I didn't know any of those songs.
I didn't know any of the songs.
They didn't hit. I understand that he chose those songs, but it feels like he had a bunch of songs that he couldn't choose and had to go for other songs.
I think that's exactly what happened.
No, I mean, he said that, the soundtrack was the first thing that he had down. You don't believe him?
No way.
You don't believe him?
Those songs are so obscure.
Very.
Then this is did you see Baby Driver? Not yet. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a good Edgar. It's the least Edgar, actually, I'm not going to say that. It's a good movie. It didn't vibe with me, largely because of exactly what Kevin's talking about. He picked very obscure songs that I'm like, what is this stuff?
Yeah.
If he had picked more mainstream songs or done what Guardians of the Galaxy did, which was
All
tug on the
retro?
old heartstrings of nostalgia, then I would have been very into it. But I just couldn't get into it, man. That and the fact that the villain at the end becomes completely unbelievable. But for those of you out there that are fans of the music and did dig it, well, guess what? I'm very happy for you because you got more coming your way. And that's cool. Not that you probably couldn't just go Google all those and find them on Spotify, because I'm sure there's a Spotify playlist that has all of the Baby Driver songs on it. Surprisingly, though, no Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack on there. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, yes. Can't find Volume 1 on Spotify.
Volume 1 was given away.
Here's a novel idea. Why don't you buy it? Maybe support artists?
First off,
I don't know.
First
Maybe
off,
buy the
90% of
music.
the artists from the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 soundtrack are probably dead.
Doesn't matter. Their families get the royalties.
Give a fuck. Those fucking pretentious rich kids growing up with dad from the
Do you
Eagles.
not make art that you would like people to buy and
I don't
pay
know.
for?
Here's the deal. If one day I accidentally have an accidental offspring, one, I will call them the accident. That will be their name.
Damn. That's harsh.
And two, when they come to me and say, Daddy, are we rich? I'll say, I'm kind of rich. Because in the future, Kevin, 20 years
You've
from
been
now, when the condom breaks, I will hopefully be rich. But I always say, but you still have to work for a living. And they're going to go, but Daddy, don't I get all your royalties? And I'm like, is that a gun in your pocket? Because if you kill me right now, the forms that I have my lawyer sign say you get diddly shit. I'm leaving it all to my iPhone.
This is like the darkest timeline. What happened to
Why
you?
are your lawyers signing the forms, not you?
I
Also,
sign forms
why
at my
don't you
lawyer's
want to take
office.
care of your family?
No, because kids need to grow up on their own because they're spoiled brats, that's why. The accident is a spoiled brat. So totally self-entitled, always on Instagram. He just... Get your fucking life
I feel
together,
like there's
kid.
some repressed memories coming out right
no,
now.
I just feel like are you planning on having kids? Have you talked about this yet?
It's a very personal question.
All right, here's the deal. I know Big Kev Dog wants kids. But
yeah.
Kevin's going to put his children through the fucking gauntlet.
Gonna
You
work
think
them hard,
Kevin's?
you kidding?
You think Kevin's kids?
My savior, cool Greg. Thank you.
Thanks, cool Greg. Happy Friday.
You want the sandwich thing?
What's that?
You want the sandwich thing?
Did I get a sandwich thing?
Was that not you? Never mind.
No, that's
Must
not
be.
me.
I think that's Joey's.
God, that's good. God, that's good. Mother of pearl.
I love how that,
That-
just derailed everything that was like you.
Well,
I
it was
feel
a
like you were
stupid
in
joke anyway.
conversation.
It was a stupid joke
Sure.
anyway. It got dark. Every once in a while, I go a little dark on this show.
Yeah, clearly.
And that's why I like you. You bring me back to the light. You do bring me back to the light. Kevin,
Yeah, what's
let's
up,
take a
man?
look at the movies that are out this weekend and
Do you
see which
want-
one I'm
do
going to
you
take my
like it
mother-in-law
in
to.
this form?
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
nice. Let's
All
pull
right.
that up.
Great.
Of course, out this weekend, biggest movie is Tomb Raider. Greg saw it. If you guys want to see his review, he was on the show yesterday talking about that. He liked it a lot. It is at a 49% right now, but I don't think that's going to stop me. I think I still want to see it.
Oh, I'm definitely still gonna see it.
Yeah.
I've seen Assassin's Creed 3 times now. And,
Really?
And yeah,
How was
because it's because it's on HBO now, and so every time it's on,
tight.
I turn it on hoping it's gonna get better. It doesn't. It's still terrible.
Oh, it's terrible.
But I watched it. I'm definitely gonna see Tomb Raider. Probably not in the theater because I have this weird principle thing where if I'm gonna go out to a theater and spend the money on the concessions and do the whole thing, I want it to be a big cinematic experience.
Sure.
Not to say the Tomb Raider's not going to be. It probably will be, but it'll probably look really nice on my 65-inch TV at home.
It
Andrea,
is
Have you heard of this thing called
movie pass. Yeah.
I have.
Because it is.
If you get it, I'll get it.
dope.
Because I'll tell you one thing right now. I was telling the story a couple days ago of how I went and saw Game Night. And we paid full
Ooh, I
price.
wanna
I
see
think we
that.
paid like matinee price for
I
it,
hear
but it
it's
doesn't
good.
matter.
Don't listen to what Nick says next.
My wife and I did not particularly enjoy it.
Okay.
And again, I'm fully willing to admit that my wife brings a level of maturity into a lot of movies that I don't. And so when I watch with her, I get a feeling from her like, as a person who is closing in on 40 years old, maybe I shouldn't like this movie as much as I do. And that's a nice way of saying sometimes she ruins the experience for me.
That's not okay though. You should be able to like movies no matter what age you are.
The thing is this, I do, and there's a time and a place for that. It's when my wife goes to bed, I get to watch whatever I want to watch, and I'll laugh about it. And then I make her watch it, and she doesn't laugh, and it ruins it for me. Do you understand?
Yes.
Long story short is, we literally left the theater to ask for our money back because we weren't enjoying the film.
Okay.
I actually just wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't vibing with it at all. I thought it was boring. Walk out, and the first thing the woman says to us, she's like, I'm sorry, you've been in there too long. We have a 30-minute policy, and you've been in there for 45 minutes, so I can't give you your money back. And we're like, we thought we'd try, but we like to support the local theaters anyway, so we weren't too pissed off about that. But
Yeah.
she literally says, as we were leaving, she's like, you should get Movie Pass.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? She goes, yeah, people see so many movies now, and it takes all of the, if you don't like it, you just, who gives a shit? Because it was pretty much essentially a free movie.
Yeah.
$10 a month, right?
Yeah.
And I see at least 2 movies a month with my wife.
Well, there you go.
So that's 4 tickets bought right there.
So why aren't you doing it then?
He's not good at making decisions.
I am a late adopter of things.
You know, I don't know if they still do it, but Costco was doing a discount. They were doing a full year of Movie Pass for $80.
See, that would cost me $80 also because I haven't
really?
increased.
Yeah.
I haven't
we
done
gifted it at Christmas this year to like 3
Nick,
people.
I have I have Costco, so I
Gift
will.
me
You
Movie
should
Pass,
check
sir.
and see if they're still doing the full year
Step
of
too far.
Movie Pass for $80. They were doing it.
$80. That's
$80.
the cheapest I've heard.
That's pretty awesome,
Shocking.
actually.
Costco, y'all.
Maybe I'll take
Costco's
Kevin
the
to Costco.
best.
We'll buy him a chicken bake. I'll get you a chicken bake if you take me to Costco, Kev.
Chicken bakes are dope.
They're so good. They have really good hot dogs at Costco. We're off the fucking rails.
The
Let's see what
Polish.
else is out this weekend. Pull us up.
Have you seen anything about this movie here, Flower?
No. What is it?
It looks dope. It's about a girl who the mom gets married, stepdad, and he's got a kid. The kid coming out of like what is it called? Rehab center.
Ah, okay.
And
Not what I was gonna go with that.
yeah. And then this kid
It
weird
hasn't refreshed.
Sorry, continue, Kev.
weird like this kid has issues, and one of the things is he's accused some guy of like being a pedo.
Oh.
And like she makes it her like life journey to prove that he is a pedo, and that's what the movie's about.
Interesting.
Yeah, the
That
trailer
sounds
looks
intense.
dope. It looks intense.
Scroll down a little bit. What's this one that looks? What's that one right there? The ramen
Josie?
one. Ramen Heads. What is this?
don't
This
know.
seems like a movie that Big Kev
83%.
needs to see.
I mean, I'm down. I like
Click on
ramen.
it. Can you click on it?
Yeah.
What's the description here?
I don't think they do this.
Why would they
Now
not
I
have a
want
fucking-
ramen.
Oh,
Let's
there you
go.
In Ramen Heads, Japan's reigning king of ramen, Osamu Tomita, takes audiences deep into the world by revealing every single step of his obsessive approach to creating the perfect soup and noodles, along with his relentless search for the highest quality ingredients. This sounds awesome.
Yep, I mean.
Did you ever see Jiro Dreams of Sushi? Jiro Dreams of Sushi? That's what this reminds me of.
So good.
That was a good movie.
It's not rated though. That's interesting.
Well, it's probably a documentary.
No, I understand that, but it's
How,
just like
how awesome would it be if, like, midway through there was a graphic sex scene?
I mean,
Just like reality of, like, this is what sex looks like. This is how I prepare my ramen.
I feel like I can't watch this movie unless I'm eating ramen.
Gosh.
My question to you is this. Do you think that by appearing on camera with me, you are losing points to all of your friends and coworkers outside of this? Do you think I'm
No.
basically, like, taking away from your career?
Definitely
am I
not.
tanking your career?
No, of course not.
Great.
I think you're great, Nick.
I think you're great.
Thanks. Cheers.
Cheers. Kevin.
What's this movie?
Raid?
Is that the Raid remake?
I don't know. That's the dude. This. Oh, God, I'm dying today. That's the dude from Walking Dead, right?
I don't think it is.
not
No,
Walking Dead
Jeffrey
guy?
Dean Morgan?
That's not Jeffrey
It
Dean
looks
Morgan?
like him from a distance,
Let me see.
I'm trying to get closer. It won't let you.
but I don't think that's him.
There's a cast list,
Yeah.
right?
No.
Scroll down.
Oh, it's like a foreign film.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just the guy just looks like Jeffrey Dean Morgan, but he might be not Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Well, either way, Tomb Raider is this weekend probably for me. If I can convince my wife to go see, we have to watch Age of Ultron as well. If you guys are watching the MCU with us as well, I believe it's Age of Ultron this weekend. So guys, make sure you watch that. We'll of course be doing that show Tuesday 9 a.m. at a launch. Let's go into some tips.
Captain Socialism, why are you coming at me in the chat like that? It
What do they say?
says, I can't find the Vikings trophy room. Do you know where it is? Go Pack Go. I don't know. Looking like we're going to have a good year this year.
What's funny is he's been saying that for the last 2 days,
Oh, yeah.
hoping that I'd read it out loud and that you'd get pissed off. So there you go. A couple
Got
tips.
that Kirk Cousins?
What's a Kirk Cousins?
Oh, my gosh.
They're two cousins whose names are Kirk.
Dope.
Yes.
You would think that the moms would have talked and been like, don't
That's
name your fucking
exactly
kid
it.
Kirk.
It's two
I'm naming my
cousins.
kid Kirk.
No, are their last names Kirk? I assume their last names were Kirk.
No, it's Kirk is their first names, and cousins, they're cousins. So they're the Kirk cousins. But they're related.
That's pretty funny.
And they play, apparently they play hockey together, right? That's Vikings?
Yep, hockey. Mm-hmm.
What is the over-under on the Vikings
You do
making the
know
Super
that
Bowl?
we don't know, right?
You do know there's a 50% chance in my brain that I'm like, now I'm questioning myself. Are they a hockey team? Now I know they're a football team.
Yes.
How good are they going to be this season?
Well, we almost made it to Super Bowl last year. So we had a great
Almost doesn't
great
count, some say.
season. We had a good run through the playoffs, and then we did what we always do and biffed it in the NFC Championship.
It happens. Hey, they made it there, though.
True.
They almost got the pennant.
True.
It's not a thing.
No.
In football, is it?
No.
It's a baseball thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They almost got their division championship.
Correct.
Right?
Well, we got our division championship technically.
Oh, you did?
Well, our small division.
Right.
Not the
but not the
big
NFC
division.
or
Correct.
AFC, right?
Right.
Got it.
Because if we had won that, we would have been in Super Bowl.
Yeah, you would have been Super Bowl.
We
That
didn't go
puts
to
you in the Super Bowl, right?
Correct. So this year, we've been having quarterback problems. Not to get too inside football, but we've had having quarterback problems for the last 7 years, and so we've just been plagued by injuries, and our offensive line and our whole offensive strategy has just been. It feels like year to year, it's just constantly shifting, and now we've got enough really solid players that we're not really having to depend on one star player like we have been over the last couple of years.
Okay.
And with the signing of Kirk Cousins coming in, somebody who's got some awesome talent with all of the other talent that we have rounding out what's going on in Minnesota, it's very, very exciting.
All right. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
I have to live vicariously through my friends because I just refuse to like sports.
That's okay.
With
You don't
the
have to like
exception,
sports.
well, with the exception of fighting. But even then, I drop off that. It's too hard to keep up with. There's so many professional fights happening all the time. It's too difficult.
Melamo Joey, Christian Ponder was not the chosen one. He had a moment. He had his 15 minutes, and then they passed. I feel like all of our quarterbacks for the last 5 years have had their 15 minutes, and then they passed.
Well.
We thought Bridgewater was the chosen one, too. Nope.
Turns out, I'm fully. I think I speak for Kevin as well when I say we're fully on the Kirk Cousins bandwagon.
Yeah.
I'm on that.
100%.
I'm on that. I love the name Kirk,
100%.
Captain Kirk Cameron, two of my favorite Kirks right there.
All the Camerons.
Let's go into some tips real quick before Andrea pokes her head around the corner and tells us she has another show to
I
do.
grabbed the
true.
wrong name.
It happens. It happens. We have a nice tip yesterday that came in at 9:42 p.m. from JDM, no doubt. Gave us a very, very nice tip and said, got my bonus at work, and I'm sharing the love with the subs. Love the content you guys have been putting out lately. Keep making coitus con los pollos.
Nailed it.
Coitus con los pollos. Marcus Hutchins has given us a tip. No comment, just a nice tip. Thank you, sir. Du Han Yule says, had to leave work early today due to explosive diarrhea. Man, I've been there. But I get to watch you guys live, so it ain't so bad.
TMI,
Thanks.
maybe?
No.
Listen, we're here for each other on this show. And as a person who has done, has experimented with high protein, high fat diets, sir, I sympathize with you. Because there is at least 2 to 3 times in my past where I've gotten up and the poop stayed where it was.
Oh,
That's just how it goes. You get up, you're like, well, okay, there it is.
What does that mean?
It just slips out.
Remember when she said TMI?
It stays on the chair.
Oh no.
We can totally just move on. Keep
Trevor
going.
Jones has given us a tip. He said, hey, beautiful people, thank you for all the smiles. This clip is just for you, Nicky boy. And he gave us a clip there. Of course, Kevin is the keeper of all things. The great wall of Kevin has spoken and said it's not a good clip, so we're not watching it.
Sorry, man.
Sorry. You want to get a clip past the great wall of Kevin? Guess what, sir and or ma'am? You got to try harder than that. But thank you for the tip. We appreciate you. And our final tip for now comes from the Andy Prince, who's given us 1 cent shy of the $5 minimum for tips. But he said, oh, okay, so don't read that out loud. Got it.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. Hey, Joey?
She's gone.
No, we'll talk to her about that. Appreciate that, guys. Let's go into PS I Love This Best Friend XOXO. Kev, can you look at that tip and check with Joey?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Give me a second.
Thank you. While you do that, I'm going to read PS I Love This Best Friend XOXO. Andrea's like, what is that? Well, guess what? It's people's opportunity to nominate each other in the community if they feel like that person's doing a great job of being a human being. And we appreciate that. And we like to take people who are doing good jobs of being a human being and promote them. So today, probably Chuck is shouting out, oh no, wait, this is from yesterday. Hey, Joey! Where is
I
Joey?
think she's dead.
What is she doing? We'll get back to that in a second.
Also, I can't. I'm looking at it. It doesn't seem like that's accurate.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Can you grab Joe and ask her to update the giveaway and the PS I Love This Best Friend XOXO? While we do that, let's go into the chat. We'll do the 3 and 3. Cue up your questions, comments, and concerns. If you guys didn't know, this is a live show. We talk to the chat each and every day. We will talk to the people who I have called the pedestrians. And then, of course, we'll give you guys a couple opportunities to talk to me and Andrea, and then after that, we'll go into the chosen few, the golden children, the kings and queens amongst humans, the subscribers. Remember, if you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free Twitch Prime subscription. I gave mine to Jay Jamrod. You should give yours to either us or someone in the community you feel is doing a great job being a streamer. Please don't let that go to waste every month, because it is a cool thing that Amazon does for the Twitch community, and it really works. Wow.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Yes. Do you want me to show it off?
Sure, why not? We are apparently trying to sell off the lightweight hoodies as fast as humanly possible. If you want to get one and you are a small or medium, you can get it for the low price of $1.99
Will you
right now.
click on the model photos?
Is this the one you wanted?
God, he's a fucking.
Just scroll through them.
He is such a schmaltzy.
Well, then not him.
Wait, what? Who's
No,
that
John,
guy?
That's John Reisinger.
People like singing.
He's one of the RT guys.
I'm trying to decide how I feel about the color blocking.
Don't.
It's bad.
Don't.
This is actually an extremely comfortable sweater.
It's very comfortable.
I love wearing it.
But it's also one of those things that.
It's the heather gray pouch pocket that's a bad color call.
Well, look,
I
here's
can
the
get
deal.
down with the color block sleeve,
For
but
a-
like when now you're calling attention to the pouch.
For $1.99, you could literally buy this, cut it into rags, and use it to wash your car. That's what you could do. And if you actually end up doing that, please tweet photos of that at me, because I'd like to see it. But there you go. There's that hoodie.
Let's see if we got any good comments on this.
There you go. Oh, Joey has updated this. PS I Love This Best Friend XOXO comes to you from Zyger. Zyger is shouting out Antman0208 on Twitch. He says, Antman is someone who supports the KF community on Twitch. I see him all the time in various Twitch chats. Snowbike Mikes, Quarks X of X Arts, J Jamrods, McFixers, Crave Snows, and so many more. Antman hangs out and is always supportive of the fellow best friends. It makes me happy always seeing him in the chat, and I want to let him know that he is appreciated by all of the Twitch community. Shout out to Ant-Man. I'll see you in the chat. Boy!
Ant-Man's our boy, dude.
Is Ant-Man in the chat right now?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go at Ant-Man, and if he's not, he's dead to me.
No, we like Ant-Man.
Now he's in the chat.
he's in there,
the
yeah.
chat.
Yeah, there he
He's in the chat. There you go. Here you go. A little message for you, Ant-Man. What up, homie?
Man, Lakers Shed is so obsessed with the Sizzlers.
Ryan, I see you
Keeps
in
talking
there
about it.
asking me about Operation Chimera and Siege. I just downloaded it. Haven't tried the new operators yet, but it was
know
a
that.
really meaty patch, so I had to move some space around.
Let me regale you with a tale of Nick Scarpino. Now, every once in a while, I make bold proclamations. 99% of the time, forget about them the next day. Don't follow through on them. But this one stuck.
Okay.
I'm gonna become good at Rainbow Six Siege,
Yes!
and I need teammates.
Let's go, Scarpino!
So I'm recruiting.
What are you playing on? PS4?
PS4.
Yeah.
Right.
First and foremost, I need a cool little headset. Greg's bringing me one on Monday, but I'm gonna practice all weekend. I've been doing the tutorials.
Okay, I also have, if you need a headset, I can hook you up.
We've got a few here, but I think I need the path of least resistance headset. I can't have the one that has to charge and dongle in.
Oh, no.
I want just to
I'm
plug
with
it into
you.
my thing.
Directly into the controller.
Yeah, and then I
None
just
of this
need to hear.
optical cable BS. Can't do it.
The A50
It's too fancy.
So comfortable.
It is, but
They
you are
are.
not taking into consideration my wife,
I
who
always
will
take
look
it-
at the headset on our console, and she will count the amount of days that I haven't used that headset.
And then she'll be like, get rid of it.
But wouldn't that be a
Yes.
challenge for you to use it more?
No, because I love my wife and I want to keep her happy. And sometimes I put things out there just so she'll have something to remove. It's our little game that we do. It's our little game. It's fun. So far, like I have, literally, this is how lame we are. I have my PS4 controller tethered via the USB cable to the front of the PS4, and it just sits there. And every day she walks by it and looks at it, and it is a testament to how much she loves me, because she has yet to say anything about it. But I know it bugs the shit out of her.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I like pull it over, just stretch it out so it sits on top. Mm-hmm. It's hideous.
Yeah.
I could very easily buy a little tiny plug it, like a mount for it, and
Yeah.
put it over to the side, and she would never see it.
Right.
But I'm cheap.
Wow. That's
We have literally
That's
free
the thing,
headsets
yeah.
in there, and I don't want to use them because I have to maybe buy a cord for it for
Did you bring
$5.
it
I
back
just
then?
choose. Yeah, I brought it back. Hell yeah, I brought it back. Giveaway time.
let's
We're
do
getting
it.
on. How do you win the giveaway? Well, there's 4 ways. 1, be in the Twitch chat. 2, be a Twitch subscriber. I've already explained the importance of that and how easy it is. And if you can't do it now, well, guess what? You're going to be a failure in life. Because if you can't do something this simple, I'm your parent right now. If you can't clean your room, how are you going to go for a job and get an interview and do a resume? Yada, yada, yada. Doesn't matter. Go over, support us on patreon.com/kindoffunny or patreon.com/kindoffunnygames at the $2 above level, and you get entered in to win. Congratulations to Jared Wise from the KF Patreon. You have won a Walk in the Dark on Xbox One. If you didn't win today, I'm sorry, but you'll get another chance on Monday because I'll be back. Let's talk to the chat now for a few minutes, and then
Let's
we'll give
do
you a
it.
break. You're coming back for KF Games.
Coming back, ladies and gentlemen.
You got a dragon. Is that a dragon on the back of the thing? What's going on?
It's a
I'm not
dope-
quite sure.
It's dope.
It's
It's so
dope.
dope.
It's cool.
Wait, turn around. Let me see.
Oh. Can you see it? Is my hair covering it?
No, it's there.
Yeah. no,
What does it say? Guess? Is it a guess jacket?
It is a guest jacket.
That's nice.
Ugh.
What happened? Don't get.
I almost fell off the chair.
Don't
Don't
get
tell
tangled
anyone.
up.
I really want a floral print bomber. You know?
I'm sure that you can get one.
I don't know, man. I haven't looked, but it seems like a lot of work.
Medium hoodie sold out. Who bought them all? Says Blanket 483. I'm sure there was only a couple left, but go get them. Again, lots of things you can do with that hoodie. 1, buy it. Let your dog sleep on it. It's a perfect hoodie for your dog.
Honestly, it's a great PJ like.
Abrock111. I see you asking me about Oathbringer. I am almost done, and I'm kind of sad that I'm almost done because it was so good. And they're setting some stuff up for the next one that I'm not sure how I feel about.
The hell's Oathbringer?
Oathbringer is the 3rd book in the Stormlight Archives from Brandon Sanderson. It is amazing fantasy literature series.
Thank you for context.
That's great.
She said book, and I went,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
Yeah, me too.
I know about books.
Guys.
I don't understand how these work. Ignacio Rojas in the chat says, Nick, any chance you can accept my PSN friend request and we can learn Rainbow Six Siege together? As you know, I've capped my friends at 169. So if you want a spot on that list, I have to kick someone else out. And that's just the way it goes. I don't have bandwidth for 170 friends. You dig? I just don't have it. I'm sorry.
So does he have to find someone and convince that person?
I'm not saying you have to find someone and convince that person to drop out of my friends list.
I think you have to drop them off.
they have to come to me and say, Nick, I don't want to be on your friends list anymore.
Excellent.
But I'm warning you, fair warning, if you do that, you're fucking dead to me forever. If you don't want to be my friend on PSN, we're never going to be friends in real life. Just let you know. Do I have any idea who's actually my friends on PSN? No.
There's no
Zero.
technology for you to find out either.
I know Snowbike Mike is probably one of them because he's the one that set them all up. And if he's not, he's dead to me. Do you understand me?
If he didn't,
You're
put
playing
us-
with the razor blade, is all I'm saying, Ignacio Rojas. You're on the razor's edge. You got a loaded gun at your temple.
Jesus Christ.
You're playing with a nuke. You're nuking yourself. Let's go into sub-only mode.
Nobody knows.
No, Nick.
This show is perfect for you, and here's why. Because you're normally so prim and proper. You gotta let loose a little bit.
I know. Oh no! Oh yes, Kevin is being me.
The whole point of me inviting her on the show, two things. One, get to know her a little better, and there's no better way to get to know people. And two, so that she wouldn't make that face you just made, Kevin.
It was a good face, Kevin. It was a
I
it was a
hate
good
it.
one.
It haunts me. I don't like it at all. Let's see. The indie boy says, Nick, I am on your friends list. Well, if you're willing to trade with Rojas, then so be it. But you're dead to me. I will never read your name in this chat again. I will have Kevin ban you from all social media platforms.
That's not true. We
And
won't
if
do
you
that.
ever put a clip through, oh, good luck getting that through the Great Wall of Kevin. Because it ain't fucking happening. You can't go around, you can't go over, you can't go through. Nothing can penetrate Kevin. Nothing.
That's true.
Nick, please see Annihilation in theaters, says Ryan DLV. No thanks.
Somebody earlier said Annihilation is awful.
Assassin's Keyblade Z, happy birthday! It's his birthday on Sunday.
Happy birthday, Assassination.
Have a great birthday weekend. Get your birthday on.
Mr. Yasman 300 says, Andrea, have you watched Annihilation? It's a good sci-fi film with 5 female leads.
I haven't, but I want to go see it. I actually haven't been to a movie theater since Black Panther, so I am behind.
I have zero.
It's coming
It's
out-
coming to Netflix soon. Well, actually, apparently it's not coming to Netflix in the U.S.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently we'll still have to rent it or whatever. I'll wait to rent it, though.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. So.
Piper32 says, Nick is worked up today. I'm just trying to give the kids what they want, you know? Oh, no. Where did I go? I went over to Facebook. Well, now the chat's gone. We'll do 1 or 2 more,
Oh, no.
and then we'll go.
Okay,
Mongolians? Says Liquid275? No.
that's not a question.
No.
Mongolian beef, though. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying?
Oh, Nick and Andrea, any St. Patty's Day plans?
Oh, that's tomorrow, isn't it?
I guess so. No.
No.
The answer's no. We have
I'm
no
going
plans.
out to dinner with a friend who's in town for the Game Developers Conference. But
Right, it's GDC next week, isn't it?
yeah, and so a lot of people who have booth space and
Mm-hmm.
are doing exhibition at the conference are already in town doing preparations. So going to hopefully see some folks. But I totally forgot it was St. Patrick's Day tomorrow.
I'm sure there will be some green beer in everyone's future at some point.
Green
Ladies and
beer,
gentlemen.
gross. I've done it. As a bartender, I've had to make it. It's messy really fast.
Yeah.
Because like the tipping point for how much dye is too much dye is it's a very thin line.
Razor's Edge.
It's really like one single drop. And if you squeeze that little bottle too hard, you get 2 or 3 drops. Then you got green all over your teeth and all over your face and your fingers and it's everywhere. Just
Well-
drink Jameson with picklebacks and you're set to go.
Oh, God, don't do that.
Oh,
hear
I
those
want
are
one
good.
right now.
Oh,
I want a
I mean,
Jameson with
I
a pickleback
don't know
right
if we have
now.
any Jameson, but we might, so.
Oh my
we'd have
gosh.
to get. Is
I feel
pickleback's
like-
just pickle juice, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have pickle juice. I
Oh,
believe
it's
we've
so
got a
good, though. Have you
large
never had
jar of
it?
just
I've
pickle
had it.
juice.
I think you made me drink it
Chad,
once.
back me up. Back me up that whiskey followed by a little bit of pickle juice is
Wait.
delicious.
Before we leave, I think you actually made me drink one once.
Probably.
I don't know where, but I'm searching
Probably.
through my broken shards of memory, trying to place this together because I have abused my brain and my body too much. But someone made me drink a pickleback. Maybe it was Greg, and it
Yeah.
was disgusting.
That sounds like a great thing.
It
Yeah.
does sound disgusting. I'll tell you what is great, ladies and gentlemen. You all, thank you so much for being here on the show with us. Andrea, thanks for joining me.
Thanks
for the
for
first time.
having me.
We gotta do this more.
I know, I
We gotta
like
get
it.
you on this more. 'Cause
Sounds
it's
fun.
lovely. Everyone, thanks so much. Stick around. Andrea and Tim will be back for Kind of Funny Games Daily in a bit. I'll be back in a couple seconds to read subscribers. If you don't want to stick around for either of those things, have yourself a lovely Friday and enjoy St. Patrick's Day. Drink responsibly. I love you. Kevin, cut the feed.